Hey guys, welcome to Ultimate Survival Tips. I'm David. It's good to be back with you and get into episode number 16 in our Survival Quick Tips training series. Today, we're going to break down a vital topic to everyone these days, personal safety and self-defense, as we dig into 4 ways anyone can avoid and repel an attack. But before we get into this life-saving topic, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get notified when we post every video in this training series. And for more free tips, training, MSK1 knife, and gear giveaways, go check out ultimatesurvivaltips.com. All right, let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome to this edition of Survival Quick Tips, which is part of the Tiny Survival Guide learning system and our full Tiny Survival Masterclass online training.
In this segment, David and I will take a few minutes to break down a vital emergency preparedness or survival topic that you can find in the Tiny Survival Guide. And along the way, we'll share a few action steps that you can put into practice today.
So everybody, we're going to be referencing section P in the Tiny Survival Guide, which is all about self-defense. And we're going to take you through 4 ways to repel an attacker and win a fight for your life. All right, Craig, as always, get us started. And when you do so, can you quickly review the double A's, avoidance and awareness, and their important role in relation to safety and self-defense?
The best way to win any fight is to not be there at all. And the way you do that is you avoid a fight, you stay in control of your ego, and you're aware. That way you see trouble before it comes your way and you avoid it whenever possible.
All right, so in the Tiny Survival Guide, we've got these 4 points that we're going to cover today, and I'm just going to go ahead and introduce those, and then you take them from there. So first, shout.
Yeah, shout is this first methodology that you can utilize your voice from a distance whenever possible, where you literally tell the person that's being aggressive to you what you want them to do. There's a whole lot of research that goes into it. I won't go into that research right now, but basically what you're trying to do is overwhelm their thought process with things that you want them to do. Things like stay away, get off me. Things that you say like that, where you're trying to overwhelm them. When I'm saying them right now, I mean screaming them, yelling them to get away. If you know that this is a imminent threat or something of that nature, that's when you're yelling. And that is very beneficial to being able to avoid a conflict altogether. Show is where you're going to take a much larger position, meaning you might get in a defensive position. And that doesn't mean you have to get into some big martial arts karate stance or boxing stance or something of that nature. The key is you want to get your hands up near your head, and you want to be paying attention to where the aggressor's hands are, because hands kill. You know, law enforcement officers have been saying that for decades. I like it. It's easy. It's simple. Know where the aggressor's hands are and know where yours are. If your head gets injured, then that is the computer of your body and you get shut down. So you've got to have your hands up and close. Typically, I'll put my hands together, much like I'm doing right now, and I'll have them right in front of me when I'm talking to somebody. That way, if I need to protect my head, my hands are there.
Next up is shove.
This is where physical aggression has visited you. It's on you. They're so close. They're in your space. They've made an aggressive movement, and you need to start defending yourself. And that's where you're going to start utilizing any training that you've had. And if you don't have any training, you need to fix that. And what I mean by that is get some sort of self-defense training. You don't have to go into martial arts for 30 years like I did. You don't have to do that at all. You really don't. But what you do need to do is do some basic fundamental self-defense training, which will include the ability to defend yourself so that you don't get hit like I was describing earlier, as well as when you start to make physical contact with somebody, you need to do it in 3 steps with surprise, speed, and violence of action, meaning you need to surprise them with what it is that you're delivering back to them. You need to do it fast, and you need to do it as hard as you possibly can. And the violence of action means you need to have an overwhelming level of violence to defend yourself.
Okay, the next item we want to look at And it's represented as now we've got to take some action to really defend ourselves. And the word we're going to use to start is shoot.
Yeah, we're using this word because we're to the point where somebody's trying to take our life, and we may be able to defend ourselves in such a way that we have a firearm, we have a knife, we have a stick or something of that nature, and we may be in a position where we have to take another person's life. And the reason we wanted to bring this up, everybody, is it seems like in the survival community, there's typically a flippant attitude towards this. And we wanted to accent that is not something to take lightly. So you need to get good training. You need to get training with people. I'm a big fan of getting training with people that carry guns for a living, whether that's somebody that is in the military, law enforcement, or something of that nature, where you can get experiential knowledge from someone who has been there, done that. And I'm not saying they've taken the life of somebody, but they've had extensive training of being in a position where firearms are utilized to defend their lives. So if you do that, they're going to be able to give you some tips and hints on where you should shoot, how you should shoot, how to utilize knives and tools and other things that you might have with you. And I think that's absolutely vital to understanding this process.
Let's do a little quick bonus item. Can you go ahead and run through run, hide, fight?
Yeah, run, hide, fight is a methodology put together by Homeland Security. And Homeland Security put this together as a response to the numerous times that we had active aggressor, active shooter situations, and they needed to come up with a program that they could put out and people could share within their corporate entities, schools, and what have you. For those that are untrained, run, hide, fight is a good methodology, in my opinion. I think there's some things that you could do if you had to have better training, but at the very least, run, hide, fight does this. If you have an active aggressor, the first response that you should have is to get away. That's create distance. That's why they use the word run. Create distance. Literally, run away if you can. When you're in a position where you cannot run away, maybe you're cornered, maybe you're stuck in a house, maybe you've got children and you can't leave your children, you can't run away from your children, then you're going to hide with them as best you can. It's always best to hide in a situation where you have cover rather than concealment. Concealment is something where somebody could shoot through that. It would be difficult for them to see you because it conceals you, but they could still shoot through that. Cover is where you get behind something where it's impossible for somebody to see through it, and it's difficult for them to shoot through it too. The best, side note, is earthen structure, some sort of structure that has a lot of earth, a hill or something of that nature. And then fight is when you've done run, you've done hide, and then the aggressor is there and you've got to defend yourself. You can't run away. You can't sit there and cower. You can't sit there and just wait to be a victim. Don't ever do that. Be proactive and fight. Fight like an animal. Everything you got. Surprise, speed, and violence of action.
Okay, everyone, we are out of time for the survival quick tips segment, but in a moment, Craig and I are going to continue our conversation with some bonus content for our Tiny Survival Masterclass students that is going to include our top 10 everyday carry self-defense tools, starting with 5 powerful weapons you have on you all the time. No joke.
Hey guys and gals, so if you want to tap into all this additional content, go check out tinysurvivalmasterclass.com. Hey, and don't forget to subscribe wherever you are listening or seeing this content. We greatly appreciate that. And do us a solid. Do us a solid, right? Share this with somebody. This free content, that's what it's there for me to help you and you to help them, and us all continue to help and grow one another so we're all better prepared. Check this out. For a limited time, David and I can give you 10% off your next order of the Tiny Survival Guides and Kits at tinysurvival.com. Just use the code QUICKTIPS10 for 10% off at tinysurvival.com. Last but not least, again, I'm going to say it one more time. HBO, help a brother out. Hashtag HBO. Share this content with others so that you can help them be better prepared. It'll make you feel good. It'll make them better. It'll make me feel good that you're helping people utilizing the content that we are offering for you free here. I think that's it, everybody. Until next time, keep it simple, be positive, and stay sharp.
For your convenience, I've placed links to everything mentioned in the video description. Make sure you smash that like button and click the bell icon to get notified when we post new survival and preparedness content. To support this channel and encourage us to continue to create new videos and sweet, innovative new gear, go check out our new line of MSK1 knives and EDC gear over at ultimatesurvivaltips.com. And last but not least, don't forget to go check out our 5-star rated podcast, The Survival Show, on all major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Okay, this is David. I hope to see you on the other side. And remember, be prepared because you never know.